Welcome everyone, anyone that's watching actually. Beer at the ready, Jeanette Whit beer. So we'll have a quick slur and then we'll get on with the unboxing and telling you what it is. So I'll quickly come out and say I'm doing this on the phone. It's so far away from me. It's going to be hard to read any comments that are coming up. So bear with me. If I don't reply, I'll watch your things back, or you can just message me on YouTube or something or whatever, or Facebook, or however it all works. I don't know. So as I've said, there was a thing advertised on Facebook, caught my eye. Not for YouTube, it just purely caught my eye. I asked a couple of questions, was intrigued by it, so I've gone out and bought it. So the first what am I on about? This is all new to me. So first of all, let me tell you what it is. Evening, Ballman. Nice to have you watching. Much appreciated. Yeah. So what I've got is basically this from the Great Brewing Co, and it's the Pinter. This is basically a bit of a home brew kit. I'm guessing from what I've heard and what I've seen is that it basically makes home brewing simple. It's home brewing, and the actual unit is basically very similar to a sub. You brew it all in there, and then you pour it from there as well. So that's it. So I haven't opened this. Obviously the box is slightly torn when I lifted it up, but we'll get it open. What's inside basically is the actual unit, the Pinter. I always say Pinter, which is the Brewing Dock, if you like, or the Pinter, the Brewing Dock, and two beer packs for it. Now this come in at £75 with 2 packs of beer thing that you brew. That was they do 10 pints each. So yeah, and I think they come in at actually £10 to £15 each, so 75 quid for the unit and 20 pints of beer really. So because it was something different and it wasn't too expensive, I thought I'd take the plunge into it. Obviously I know there's probably going to be people out there that are saying you should be supporting the pubs, you should be supporting the local breweries and the small breweries, but let's face it, home brewing's been going for years. We've obviously got the machines over there. I've got PD and the blade. So I just think the way things are at the moment, they're obviously concentrating on home bars and everything and trying to get everyone into it. So without further ado, we'll get this thing out the box and we'll see what we've got. I mean, because I haven't opened it or nothing. So here we go. Christ, it's a fancy old box. It's a shame I can't tilt the camera, because literally I've ripped the box open and the whole box just fans out and the unit is there. So because it's on tripod, I can't do nothing, I'm afraid. So this is the actual unit. This is the Pinter. So you're seeing all that there. Obviously the tap there. I believe this is actually a door on the front. There's something that you put inside. I'm guessing to store it, but I don't know how you'd get 10 pints in there. I'm not sure. This thing on the back is for once the beer is ready. I know that you can let the carbonation off, put it on, and all that lot. So when you're brewing, when you've brewed your beer and you're pouring it, you turn the carbonation off. Otherwise, you just get loads of head. And so when you turn it off, the beer comes out pretty tidy, you get a decent head, and then you turn it back on again once you've finished. So there's the unit. Quite plasticky, but quite solid, I would say, compared to the sub compact. The build look of it and feel seems a little bit harder. So that's the main unit, like I said. That comes in about 8 different colours. What else have we got in here then? So we've got, there we go. This is the instructions. Not Nice little pack there that it all comes in. Instructions, glossary of parts. As you can see that. I don't know. Basically says you get the main unit, the pinter. You get a brewing dock, the tap, conical cap, main cap, tap handle, front cap, all sorts of little bits. The pinter packs. Pinter. The pinter packs. You get a bottle of fresh press, which I'm guessing is like a syrup. You get some fresh brewing yeast in the pack, and you get a pinter purifier, which before you put anything in, you need to clean the main unit, purify it, make sure it's all fresh and everything, and then you can get going then. So so that's that in there. This is the brewing dock by all accounts in this box here, so I'll try and get that out. This actually clips on the back of the pinter. No idea what that does, but it does something, but bear with me. I do know for a fact that somewhere along the line it clips on the back there. Once the beer's brewed, you take that off, and then obviously your beer's in that unit then, and you carry on from there. This unit has only just come out it's been out about 2 weeks now. I know they were working 7 years on this. Apparently they've clearly decided that everything's good now, so they're happy with what they've got. Here's one of the brewing packs. This one is a Kraftwerk Pilsner. I think the Kraftwerk Pilsner comes in at 5%, I think. Need something to open it up now, typical. Bear with me on this, I'm new to all this live stuff. I don't know everything about the unit, obviously. I have read up some things, I have spoken to the people there. So there you go. That is the pack that you get for your Pilsner. So that's obviously your syrup. That's your brewing yeast, and that's your purifier there to clean the system out before you do any brewing. So that's all tidy, looks all very neat. Obviously I've got another one in here. That's an American IPA. No, the normal IPA I've got. So yeah, that's that. Try and get this sort of somewhere tidy. That's it. So yeah, the box all fans out. You can't see it, but it fans out. Great presentation box. It's amazing, to be fair. So what else can I tell you about this? At the moment, there's currently 6 different drinks that you can get to brew on this. There's a dark fruit cider, there's a hazy cider, an IPA, a Kolsch style lager, a Kraftwerk Pilsner, and an American Pale Ale, if you like. The cheapest one's £10. I think that's just the hazy cider. And then you're talking 12, 13, 14, £15 for 10 pints. So reasonable price. What else is? What can I tell you about? What else is there? The brewing time for these is varied, obviously, for different beers. I think the ciders are the quickest ones. You can sort of brew them in about 4 days. It says 3 or 4 days. You can change it a little bit, but they've got all the recommended times on there. But once it's brewed, what you actually do is to brew it, obviously you clean the main system out, put your water in, put the ingredients in, if you like, and the yeast, and you leave it for the time that they say, which is varies anywhere from, I think, 3 days, I think is the shortest, but I could be wrong, up to about 7 or 8 days, I think. And then once it's done that, you actually put the unit in the fridge to condition the beer. Now, the conditioning of the beer, again, they give you days for how long to condition beer, but you can adjust that to how you want the drink to taste. Apparently, with the ciders, if you do it for the bog standard allotted time that they say, It's nice. Again, it's nice supposedly, and supposedly just as nice if you leave it longer, but I think it just goes a bit more tart the longer you leave it. So I think it adds more flavour the longer you leave it to condition, maybe. Again, you can take the unit out when you're pouring your beer. The unit can come out. They do recommend, I think, that you sort of leave it in the fridge and you pour from the fridge, but I'm sure that's no issue. I'm sure you don't really have to. The lifespan of the beer on this, I did email them. The company's The Greater Good, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that at the start, but the company's The Greater Good. And yeah, I messaged them, asked them how long the beer lasted. Optimum time is a week, so you got 10 pints in a week, really, to get the best out of the beer. But they do say it will last 30 days, but obviously the more often it's being tapped or put back and everything, obviously the condition's going to go. So I'm guessing actually that this is very sort of similar to the Perfect Draft and the Blade in a way. It's bound to be some differences, don't get me wrong, but I think that's how they've sort of gone out to do it. Because again, like the Perfect Draft and the Blade, yeah, 30 days, but the quicker you drink it, the better it is, really. And I think we all know that with beer anyway, really. The fresher you get it. I think the big idea of this when they brought it out was getting fresh beer instantly or pretty quick. So that was one of the big things for them, apparently, is to get fresh beer in your home and literally start drinking it as soon as it's brewed. Again, that's going to be similar to pretty much any home brewer, I suppose. The advantages of this, I think, is price-wise, it's very cheap. I think I would imagine there's going to be less faff with all this. You don't need to bottle it. You've got your dispenser there straight away. And, you know, not everyone's got room for bottles and big tubs and all this, that and the other. But again, I'm no home brewer, so, you know, anyone out there that knows more than me, feel free to let me know really what happens, if you like. So yeah, so I don't know how much more I can say about it, really. I'm sure there's 101 other things off the top of my head. Like I said, price wise, the whole unit with the two things was 75 quid. I don't know whether that's going to go up, to be honest. I suppose I'll see how it goes. But I'm very intrigued by it, to be honest. The fact that I can maybe brew some beers at home and it comes in at quite a reasonable price. Like I say, the most expensive is going to cost you £1.50 a pint. The cheaper stuff, if you like a cider, and that's going to come in at £1 a pint for 10 pints. So good value there, really. I'm not expecting draft beer, and I wouldn't expect anyone else to if they picked one of these. Clearly it's homebrew. You'd like to think you're getting it as fresh as you can, really. And I'd like to think that it's going to be sort of good quality pub sort of beer, really. I'll be very surprised if it's up to craft standard. Be very surprised, but I highly doubt it. But it's an interesting thing, and that's what caught my eye. Now, the Greater Good, they have a website, obviously. There's actually a page on Facebook for the Pinter. I have joined that, and there are people on there that have had theirs for a while. I believe that the company sort of started up by being funded by lots of people, so people contributed. And I think I got the impression that they've sort of had free ones of these that have been numbered. So so obviously they're brewing already. They've had theirs probably before anyone else can get them. So and on that page, I've seen a few people, obviously with their beers. A lot of them they seem to come out okay. They look all right. A lot of people seem happy with it. So it's just going to be interesting to try this out. So I honestly can't think of anything else to say. So I do apologise if I'm boring you. Obviously, I've got this in white. They do come in about 7 or 8 colours, so you can get all sorts of slate grey, dark grey, black, blue, orange, red, whatever. There was a £5 delivery charge on it, so this did come in at £80 for the delivery in the unit. But again, for me, the way I'm looking at it is, if it's good, if I can get some pretty decent beer out of it, if you like, chuck down your next stuff, but better than sort of your cans and bottles, it's well worth it. If it doesn't cut the mustard for me, 80 quid's not, it's not the end of the world stuff. It's not like going out and buying a blade where you spent a lot more than that, let's put it that way. So yeah, what else is there to say? I did have something in my head there, but for the life of me, I can't think of it. Dear. I think I'm just going to have to leave it there for now. And yes, that was it. That's what I was going to say before I go. Actually, I know this has probably been a bit of a boring kind of thing. I will be doing a video of pretty much starting a brew. So at some point, I'll clean the unit out first and everything, and just get ready and show you how to start doing a brew. And obviously, it'll be a case of waiting then. It could be 10-12 days, and then I'll obviously do a review and a pour and everything of the brew that I've done. So there'll be quite a few videos to come up, and hopefully it will be good, and hopefully I'll pick up the other packs, and it'll be quite good reviewing that. So like I say, the Pinter, some of you probably seen it on Facebook, like I've said. This is the main unit, so that's going to be where all your beer's in. Obviously your tap there. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope it's not been too boring. Keep your eyes peeled, because I will do a brew, so I'll show you how that's done, and obviously a few days after that, well, a week or two, I'll do a review of the beer. So keep your eyes peeled. There'll be more beer reviews coming up off the machines. I've only got a couple of cans and bottles to do, so well, I haven't got loads really, to be honest, but I've only got a few that I plan on sort of doing at the moment. And then obviously I've got more blade and perfect draft reviews to do. So thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget, live with my daughter on Friday. She's leaving home, so I thought it'd be nice to do a live review with her before she leaves. So we'll be live Friday, 6:30 p.m. Join us for that. Hopefully that'll be a bit more interesting probably than this one. And like I said, subscribe, watch, share, like, all this lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on another beer review. Good night.